Hi, everybody. My name is Jack Kennedy, and I advised the Little Hawk and the Red and White from 1980 to 1999. And it's an honor to add my congratulations to all those being inducted into Quill Scroll this evening. Also, congratulations to the parents and other family members joining our inductees for tonight's event. Quill Scroll Society will celebrate its 100th anniversary on April 10th this year. It's now located in the offices of the National Scholastic Press Association in Minneapolis, but it was born at the University of Iowa in 1926. Iowa City High School was one of the 19 charter member schools of the Society. Our chapter is named in honor of Florence Churchill, English teacher and publications advisor, who was elected as a member of the very first executive board of the Society, founded by Dr. George Gallup Sr. The original charter, now framed with protective glass, can still be seen in the Media Lab. I will admit that it was I who named our chapter after researching some of the school's history and Ms. Churchill. Both the yearbook, the first volume of which was in 1910, and the school paper were called the Red and White in those days. The Little Hawk was not created until 1940, when the current building opened. George Gallup, who soon founded the Gallup Poll, wanted to celebrate and support great student journalism and writing in general, while also honoring high achievement in academics. That proved to be a popular combination. The Society grew very quickly over the decades, with the latest estimate being about 15,000 schools having charters, including schools in Europe and Asia. I am an unabashed booster of Quill Scroll, and my family is proud of 4 generations of Quill Scroll members. My father was inducted in 1945 as a senior at University High School, the former lab school of the University of Iowa Department of Education, under the presidency of Virgil Hancher. My father graduated 81 years ago, but I still have a copy of the Hawkeye, the school's yearbook. A good reminder that our work is permanent and eventually the best obtainable version of the truth about our time in school. U-High, now North Hall, closed in 1972, but its history lives on through yearbooks. My father went on to earn a degree in journalism from Iowa, though he soon went into business with his father. They owned a farm equipment sales and repair business, and that land is now called Kennedy Plaza on South Gilbert Street. And if you're ever out by West High, you may see Kennedy Parkway intersecting with Melrose. That street was named for my dad. And the development called Walnut Ridge was originally part of 2 of our family farms. Fun fact, the top local story from 2025 in the Iowa City Press Citizen was about the over 100 walnut trees stolen from our land. The trial is scheduled for sometime in May. Stay tuned. I was the first of 8 children, and we grew up in University Heights, quite close to Kinnick Stadium. I went to Roosevelt Elementary, which I think is soon to be torn down, and Central Junior High, which has been torn down to become part of Mercy Hospital. It was the original City High building, of course, until 1940 saw the opening of what many called, sort of in jest, Opstadt's Folly and West Liberty High School. Superintendent Ivor Opstadt was proven right in choosing the hill on the far east side of Iowa City back then for the new high school site. The homes would soon follow. I attended Regina High School in Iowa City and was inducted into Quill Scroll in 1968, having dazzled readers as sports editor and columnist for the Spectrum newspaper. In fact, here is the special pin presented to me by Sister Mary Patricia Mulrooney, our advisor. Regina was where I began my teaching career before being rescued by Principal Howard Vernon, who hired me to advise publications and teach English at City High. My wife Kathleen and I are proud of our 3 City High graduate children, and all are in Quill Scroll. Here is Leslie, class of 91, inducted in 1990 as a junior. We had originally used the little theater right across the hall from the former journalism lab for our ceremonies. Sarah, class of 1994, and Phil, class of 98, were inducted in 1993 and 1997, respectively. We later moved to the then-new school cafeteria in what we call the C Wing for the ceremonies. Here I am welcoming people to the 1999 awards night, my last as advisor at City High. In 1999, I was about to become an assistant principal at City High, and at that ceremony, both Kathleen and I received commemorative plaques signed by George Gallup Jr. and Dick Johns. They hang proudly in our home in Colorado. Kathleen often chaperoned our trips to national conventions, and her support for me and our children made her an MVP. Our eldest, Leslie, eventually moved to Denver, and she and her husband have raised daughters Grace and Anna. They each worked all 4 years of high school in various capacities in student media at Arapahoe High School, and they were inducted into Quill Scroll in 2023 and 2025, respectively. They now are fourth-generation Hawkeyes, both members of the staff of the Daily Iowan. Look for their bylines under Grace or Anna Olson. City High continues to honor the passion and memory of Matt Watson, class of 1989, with the Matt Watson Scholarship. Matt tragically died from a fall as he began his freshman year of college. He was a Quill and Scroll member. In fact, my estimate is that over 450 City High students were initiated into the society just in my 19 years of advising. I've gone on too long, as I often do when sharing tales of my tenure at City High, but I hope you are getting a sense of being part of the long tradition of scholarship and superior writing and reporting that City High student media represents. Your induction into Quill and Scroll signifies the excellence you have shown in journalism and in academics more broadly. In a time where the American public's attitudes towards media have reached historic lows, I find hope in you as future citizens, thinkers, leaders, and maybe journalists. I wish you well. And go Little Hawks!